The USL Championship takes us back to FIU Soccer Stadium in Miami, Florida, presented by Helbiz for this USL Championship contest between the Miami FC and the Charlotte Independents. Alongside Jose Rodriguez, I'm Spencer Siegel. Jose, let's take a look at the Atlantic Division. And Mike Jeffries says every game feels like a six-pointer right now, and in this case, he's right.
Absolutely. Listen, for Charlotte, it's all about fighting for first place. They are comfortable with the style they're playing, and they're basically looking forward to a competition with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. For the remaining of the regular season, both of these teams are expected to make it into the playoffs and to fight for first place in the Atlantic Division. Now, for Miami, it's all about looking for goals. That's the one thing they have been missing. They have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Well, we talk about the last time these two teams met, and it was a 2-1 Miami victory. This is a team they're comfortable playing, actually. In the three previous matchups against Charlotte, Miami have 2 wins and a 0-0 draw. And despite this excellent set-piece goal from Jake Arman, Miami ultimately the victors thanks to Adonijah Reed's heady play.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a miscommunication in the 74th minute. That was the difference in the game. Miami dominated possession, and they were able to capitalize. This, of course, will be harder tonight, as Charlotte will learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, and this man is on the pitch. Dane Kelly, the USL's all-time leading goal scorer, back with Charlotte for another season. And he is doing what he does. He's got 3 goals this season already since his return.
Plenty of experience. He played for the Jamaican national team actually during the CONCACAF Nations League. Scored 17 goals in 2017 for Reno 1868. Overall, just a good finisher inside the box.
There is, however, veteran leadership on both sides. And the 3-time USL champion, Speedy Williams, is that man, the centerpiece for Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Speedy knows how to win in this league. Over 150 matches played. He scored at least 1 goal in every season he played in USL Championship. Looking for the second one tonight.
3 points are up for grabs, and it all happens next. Miami, Charlotte, when we come back, don't go anywhere.
But now, to move forward, to start running again, we have to change. We need to learn to be smarter and lighter, to reach each other in the distance. We will move, run, and ride. But we need to decide how. Because our choices can change everything. We are choosing a new era.
This is a football city. From the grassroots to the turf. From the streets to the cleats. We are proud to represent this city. We are proud to represent Miami. We are proud to represent you. Your community, your club.
Just about ready for kickoff here at FIU Soccer Stadium, Miami and Charlotte. We're happy to have you along for this one. It's of course presented by Helbiz, and it gives us a chance to let you look at the starting lineups. Brought to you by Helbiz. Let's start with the home side. Miami going with the same 11 that they went with on Wednesday, Jose.
Yeah, another opportunity for this is starting 11. You know, Packer Craig and Caleb Chapman-Page will be the center backs. A lot of pressure on the attacking part of the field for Miami. Pierre da Silva will be the 9 looking to finish inside the box. The support system, Cristiano Francois and Lamar Walker.
And on the other side for Charlotte, it's the same 11 that they had on Wednesday, so a lot of tired legs perhaps in the first half.
Well, absolutely. You know, they had a good result, so why change things up? No reason for that. Edwin Parra and Dan Kelly together again for the second match in a row. Armon and Bronico will be looking to win the battle in the middle of the field, which would be a key part of the game.
It is Charlotte in the white and Miami in the blue. The entire Miami community has been shell-shocked by the tragic Surfside condo collapse. Please visit supportsurfside.org to find out how you can make your contribution. The hearts and minds of both of these teams and the entire USL family are with Surfside, and our thoughts are with those still waiting on word for their unaccounted loved ones and those who have lost family members in what is an absolutely horrendous tragedy. And we hope that games like this will try to provide a reprieve, perhaps a sanctuary for 90 minutes. And that's what we'll try to do for you now as we get underway from FIU Soccer Stadium. Jose, when we looked at the starting 11 for Charlotte, and you pointed out over the past few games, though Charlotte likes to go for that 3-4-3 formation with 3 at the back, which is what it looks like here as they build up, defensively you think they might switch to 4.
Yeah, well, you know, I think it also depends on what Miami brings to the table. If Miami, being the home side, is aggressive from the get-go, they can shape things up in a way that they are pretty much strong in the back with 4, then 3 in the middle. They are a very flexible team. They know their system and they know how to adjust to what the opponent brings to the table. So it all depends on what the attitude that Miami brings to the game, especially in the first 10 to 15 minutes after what happened in midweek with Birmingham. You know, they created a lot of chances, but they were not able to finish. So it wouldn't be surprising for Miami to be aggressive from the get-go.
These two teams, when they met, as we mentioned in the open, right at the tail end of last month, Sean McFarland's first half goal gave Miami the lead. Jake Armon tied it up, but it was Adonijah Reed's 74th minute goal. And Miami is in behind here early. An opportunity for them, and the shot ripped across the face of goal. Sent scaling wide. And only out for what is a Charlotte throw deep into their territory.
Well, a very good start for Miami. A good long ball here from Aquinoli. Inside the box is Janos Luve, but unable to finish once again. It was hard to decide for Janos whether he wanted to take the shot on goal or maybe put the cross in looking for Pierre da Silva. But regardless, a good start for Miami.
Expecting both of these teams to work their way up and down the pitch relatively quickly as Parra is whistled for a quick contact foul. But it is clear from Miami's perspective and Paul Dalglish that the first 5 to 10 minutes is perhaps the most important and most telling for them, because they have started games either very hot, very quickly, or have been the slower side out of the gate. But generally we see action in those first 5 to 10 minutes. And Paul Dalglish said that you don't want to get behind early because chasing the game takes a lot more energy. You want to decide when you speed it up or slow it down. Right now, they are quick on the pace, and they've got an opportunity with De Silva, whose shot is deflected. It's run down in the corner by Cristiano Francois, who was initially in an offside position.
Yeah, I think it was in an offside position right after the shot from De Silva. And, you know, it's interesting with Miami, Spencer, because, you know, they have so much talent. They just have to put everything together and maybe find that consistency inside the box. You know, it's important to see Pierre De Silva on his first opportunity take the shot quickly and act more like a 9 and not like a false 9, which is something that we're used lately, especially in European football.
Blake Pope turns it over. De Silva moves it along for Francois. Here is De Silva. Scored a brilliant goal on this ground less than a month ago off of a corner kick, directly off of a corner. The Olympico. Luba goes down. Pope boots it clear. Miami collected 20 shots in their midweek bout with Birmingham on Wednesday. It amounted to 5 shots on goal, but none of them found the back of the net. And ultimately a 1-0 loss to Legion FC. Paco Craig being charged down by Dane Kelly, who is operating at the moment by himself up top. We'll see how that changes throughout this game with Irvin Parra. Pope heads it only as far as De Silva. Here's Speedy Williams. Bolu Akinyode. Lubin. Back to him. It's Janos Lubin with numbers in the box. Lubin's cross, Francois not there. Ultimately cleared off the line by Miller. Pope has trouble with it. De Silva can't bring it under his spell. Another excellent start for Miami, though it hasn't resulted in the goal that they desire.
Right, absolutely. You know, once again, coming through the left side, finding just the right combination, creating chances for each other. Here's another look. Good 1-2 combination. Good touch there from Lamar Walker. And plenty of time for Janos to put the ball in. But either Francois or Walker just unable to put the final touch and put it in the back of the net.
Parra for Thomas De Velarde. Armin spears it out wide for the 18-year-old Blake Pope. Prosper, Texas native. Signed an academy deal and has worked his way into the 11. Mike Jeffries loves him, and with good reason. Here's De Velarde. Poor clearance by Richard Ballard. Let's take a look at our injury report tonight, brought to you by Atlantic Rehabilitation Center. See that Luca Antonelli and Sean McFarland will both miss tonight's game for Miami. Charlotte Independent still without Enzo Martinez in the 18. No official reported injuries for Charlotte. Here's Armin. De Silva flicks it forward. Dean back in. De Silva dropping in deep. Williams facilitates. You watch Speedy Williams, you revel at the type of spaces he finds. Always looking for that gap between the lines has been integral to Miami since coming back from the Jamaican national team, although they won't have him for long. Luba busy on the outside once again. Here he is, Speedy Williams. Williams tries to slip in Francois, and Dean tried to shepherd it out of play, but Francois gets it back. Looking for help, he can't find it.
Some very good signs early on for Miami. If you see Irving Parra working defensively constantly, that's good for Miami. You want to stay as far away from the goal. You want to keep Irving Parra as far away from your goal, and that's happening right now. Now, the one thing for Miami that we haven't seen is the moving the ball from side to side. They either stay on the left side and find a little bit of consistency there, a little bit of room, but on the right side, they haven't been able to do so. Moving forward in the game, you don't want to become predictable, so Miami needs to start moving the ball from side to side and generating from both sides of the field.
A couple of cheap giveaways from Charlotte, however. Parra is able to run forward with it. Doesn't have much support. And Williams does his defensive duty. Tried to pick out the run of Walker, but Miller is there. When we spoke to Paul Dalglish earlier this week talking about the Birmingham game, he said we thought we were the better team, but as you know all too well in this sport, it really doesn't matter if you're the better team. If you're not efficient with your chances and your attacks, ultimately you're not getting the result that you want. That was evident on Wednesday.
And he's right, Spencer. They were the better team, although, listen, Birmingham is a good team, you know, and they know who they were facing. Miami FC is a team with plenty of experience, so you don't look at the standings when you face Miami. You look at the quality that they have on the field, and if you have to be conservative for an X amount of minutes in the match to keep yourself in it, then you have to do it. And then the next step, especially when you are playing on the road, is to take advantage of the opportunities that you're able to create, whether it's 1 or 2, 3, 5. You have to take advantage of your opportunities playing on the road, and that's exactly what Birmingham did. So, you know, you got to give them a lot of credit.
Of course, playing on the road doesn't necessarily mean the same thing in Miami that it will later next month. Right now, it's just friends and family.
Right, yeah.
For the Miami FC fans that want to see their team live in action again, the Dade Brigade can come back July 17th. 100% capacity. That's the first home game that Miami will open up FIU Soccer Stadium. Tickets went on sale on Wednesday. You can go to miamifc.com to get your tickets. Tampa Bay Rowdies will be their first opponent back in front of fans again. They'll certainly need the fans against a strong Tampa side.
Yeah, it is a good matchup. Plenty of history as well between both teams. And, you know, it's just Miami. The fans in Miami are just unbelievable. They're loud, and they are just a great compliment to what football is in South Florida. So hopefully, you know, things are going just a little bit better for Miami FC. They get a couple of wins before that game, and after that, you know, who knows what could happen with this team. They have the quality. They're just missing, again, that magic moment inside the box from either Francois, Walker, or Pierre da Silva, or even Ariel Martinez, who's available as a substitute tonight.
Hope drops it off for Dimmick. Here's Marcelo Palomino, who draws the ire of the referee. It's been a wonderful start for Palomino in a Charlotte uniform. He's on loan from Houston. He's been with the Dynamo Academy for 5 years, 3-time Academy Player of the Year there, and he has only impressed Mike Jeffries since making his way to Charlotte. He's just 20 years old. Over the top for Dave Velarde. Will this one check up? Ballard is there to will it to the end line. Later at halftime, we'll get a look at Palomino's goal that he scored, the PK that he took midweek against Charleston. It was as clinical as it gets. Top corner with conviction.
Yeah, it's a quality player. You know, we have seen throughout maybe the last 2 to 3 years in the USL Championship how the talent from young players is really emerging. And Palomino is a very good example. And like we were talking before the broadcast, Spencer, it's also about the effort collectively, how these players are able to grow within a system in which they feel comfortable. And I think that's the case for Palomino.
Armin is brought down by Palacios. Gives us a chance to remind you fans that since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Over the top looking for Dane Kelly, who has not gotten involved much. See, he was hobbled for a moment as he tries to take on 2 defenders. Dave Velarde for Para. Into the middle it goes and safely into the arms of Sparrow.
Last few minutes of the match, it's Charlotte stepping up a little bit, putting a little bit more pressure. Good ball here.
Excellent ball and a misplay by Miller. Can Walker take advantage? It's a handball on the outside of the box by the goalkeeper. That brings out the yellow card.
And the Miami FC players are actually arguing that it should be a red card.
I don't know how much intent there was. We might need a second look to see.
Yeah, there's no intent at all. I don't think it is. I don't think there is, although here's another look. I don't know.
Well.
I think Miami FC players, they do have an argument now.
It was enough of a jerk to say, well, maybe, but maybe isn't good enough sometimes.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
You do what you can. Brandon Miller escapes, I think you could say. It's a break for Charlotte because that very well could have been headed for the back of the net. It is still a dangerous set piece, though, for Miami. We know how De Silva can hit them, though this is on the opposite side of what would be his favored left foot.
Yeah, good opportunity as well for Lamar Walker.
Of course, the handball occurred outside of the box, so no penalty awarded, even if it is the keeper. It's Pierre De Silva! Oh. What a strike! Outstanding! Once again, De Silva does it. It might have been Armin who gets credit for the goal in the end, but either way, Miami take the lead, and their hot start is rewarded.
Just a great start for Miami, taking advantage of the opportunities from set pieces, and I think it's Pierre De Silva in the end with the free kick. Pure quality, left-footed shot.
You can see him talking with the referee. You're going to give that to me, right? That's my goal, right? I don't think it is.
I think it's Chapman Page in the end. We'll see. Here's another look.
I beg your pardon. You're right. Chapman Page is going to be the one to get credit for this one.
we're going to have to wait and see, but the reality is that Miami takes the lead, and this is something that they have been waiting for since the Birmingham game midweek. They fought all night to get the goal. They are able to get it here early on against Charlotte.
Give Callum Chapman-Page credit for that, who was really just in the right place at the right time. The hard work was done by De Silva. Claims of handball in the box, though referee J.C. Griggs has none of it. If it is Chapman-Page's goal, which we're expecting it to be, it would be his first since the playoffs last season when he scored for Tulsa. And Pierre De Silva will not get an assist for that, though I think you could argue that he certainly deserves it. And Miami have come out with intent.
It is a good start for Miami, and you get the reward this time. Now you have to move past this and keep on playing the game. You have to continue to be aggressive.
Dane Kelly could be in behind. It's Dane Kelly, and it's flicked away by Sparrow. You can't blink for more than a second with that man. And he had way too much time and space from Miami's perspective.
Yeah, Miami catches a break defensively this time. Chapman-Page unable to clear the ball away. Opportunity for Kelly, left-footed shot, and what a save from Connor Sparrow. One of the highlights of the 2021 season for Miami is the goalkeeper.
Here we go. Go. Everybody fight.
Most of the bodies for Charlotte on the outside of the box. Now working their way in. It's Williams to head this one away. Only as far as Pope, who loses control. Francois wants to run. He'll try to spring Walker. Can he get to it? Excellent sliding tackle by Dimmick.
Yeah, what an effort from Dimmick. The timing was perfect, and that's where you have to give him a lot of credit, because if Walker is able to control the ball, there's no way you can stop him. So perfect timing on the sliding tackle there.
Now it is worth noting, Jose, to this point on our sheet that gets updated throughout the game with statistics, Pierre De Silva,
is he getting the goal?
So far, he's been awarded the goal. Now, we don't have VAR, we can't be overturning things, but I would say this might be one of those instances that the only person that would say it shouldn't be his goal would be Callum Chapman-Page.
Right, and you know, there's a reaction right after the goal. He's actually looking for Pierre Da Silva. You know, he's not looking to celebrate the goal as one of his own. So, you know, that tells you something. But listen, it's so hard to tell from the angle. But I don't think Paul Dalglish will care a lot about that. He cares that they have taken the lead early on in the match.
It is the start they hoped for. Dane Kelly, his shot blocked. It's one thing that Dalglish has talked about. We have gotten the first goal, the second goal. What we want to do is pile it on. We need to get the third, the fourth. We need to be able to keep moving with our foot on the gas throughout 90 minutes. They had a 2-0 lead against RGV and ended up losing that game 4-2. They were up 2-0 at halftime. Craig gets ahead to it twice. Pope sends it back in towards Kelly. De Silva for Francois, who meets a dead end.
Yeah, you have to, if you're Miami, you have to hold on to the ball a little bit more right now. You know, you have the momentum with the goal. It's obvious that Charlotte will be a little bit more aggressive now that they're down. But, you know, if you keep possession and you defend with the ball, you know, that would give you the time, that would help you just carry on the momentum after the goal. If not, you know, it's gonna be a struggle for Miami for the rest of the first half. They cannot let Charlotte, a very good team, especially with possession, to just dominate possession.
Dimick. Palomino can't handle it. Palacios connecting with Speedy Williams. This is what you're talking about, Jose, right here. Very comfortable on the ball. Palacios gets his big body in there. Boy, does Paul Dalglish love him. 6'1", 185 as Parra has stayed down. Play continues, though. Palomino draws the foul, and now they can check on Irvin Parra. Palacios is such a big body. He's 24, comes over from Boca Raton FC. Dalglish just said, look, he's stepped in, given the abundance of opportunities that there have been on this team because of teams, players making their way to their national sides. Palacios is one of those guys now where even after the national players have returned, he stays in the starting 11.
Well, you know, he's a quality player. He's a quality player, an interesting story as well. He was training with the team during the entire 2020 season without a contract. And in 2021, he went back and, you know, Paul Dalglish and the entire Miami FC organization, they were surprised with what they saw from the Colombian, and they offered him a contract. So it was a big moment for him, and it's good to see him now taking advantage of this opportunity.
Trying to serve as that defensive rock that Miami have needed. They've been much better about conceding less over the last 3 after that 4-goal half outburst for RGV. Ballard turns away from Parra twice. Williams keeps the line moving.
That's beautiful, Spencer. Just moving the ball around, creating space. That's beautiful.
Walker working on Dimick. Now Williams. Trying and true, Hugh Roberts.
That's pressure right there. That's pressure. That's something that you work on throughout the week, and you know, it's so hard to put it into the game, to put it in practice within the game. It's so hard because the opponent is always ready for that. So when Miami's able to move forward and put pressure and recover the ball quickly, that gains a lot of confidence in this team.
Irvin Parra has been put through the mixer over the last 5 minutes. Really a credit first of the hold-up play by Kelly. It's actually Parra who slipped with his cleat on top of a Miami player. Pope can't get to it. Luba can.
Talking about opportunities as well, you know, it's the same situation on the right side with Richard Ballard, with McFarlane being out. He's as well stepping up as a right back and doing a very good job.
Dean beats Parra, who is fouled once again.
And of course, he's not very happy, and he has an argument because this is, I think, maybe the third or fourth foul on Parra.
This is what looks to be the ultimate warning.
You know, sometimes, of course, it's not by design that Miami is looking to foul Parra, but you know, it tells you a little bit about the importance of Parra and how important it is for Miami tactically to keep the ball away from him. And whenever he gets the ball, he knows that a defender is going to come right behind him.
Parra stays on his feet. Arman looking to service it into the box. He does. It was a good ball that Craig had to deal with. Kelly would have been on the other end as Lupa keeps it in play. Half hour in, and it's Pierre da Silva's strike. At the 18-minute mark, that is the difference to this point. Off of a set piece. Took a ricochet off the bottom of the crossbar. Ultimately found its way into the back of the net. That sets up a very intriguing next hour with a team in Charlotte that was able to score 3 in their final game at the Sportsplex at Matthews on Wednesday. They move into their new stadium with their next home game as Dave Velarde can't stay onside.
And before the goal, Spencer, we were talking about whether it was a yellow card or a red card, but after the goal, none of that matters, right? It just tells you how the game is. It's about moments, right? You know, you score the goal and everything changes for Miami FC.
I believe that's why they say goals change games.
Right.
It's probably the most cliched phrase in the football lexicon. But cliches are generally cliches because they're true. Well done by Pope. Look at that. Winning the ball back with options to his left. Pope to Kelly. Dane Kelly, and it squeaks through. He caught a break, but when you've scored 91 in the USL, it takes a few. He does it again. And we're back to square one.
Well, a couple of mistakes from Miami moving out of the back. Here's the first one. Sluve just unable to move past Pope. We gotta give him a lot of credit as well. Being aggressive, looking for the ball, putting the ball inside the 6, and the finish from Kelly. And Connors Power is not gonna be happy about this. He should be able to stop that ball, and he's gonna be the first one to tell you about it. Although it's Dane Kelly, a goal scorer, that takes advantage of the opportunity, and we're 1-1 the 33rd minute.
That's the second assist for Blake Pope. He's 18 years old and he's got 2 assists now in the 2021 season, and Dane Kelly scores his all-time leading 92nd USL Championship goal, and Charlotte are hungry for more. Dave Velarde. Kelly couldn't handle it. It was behind him as Palomino's pass let him down. Walker tries to win it back. Miller comes off of his line smartly. This game is wide open.
You know, it's a good game so far. A very good game. You know, both teams, they have been aggressive. Early on, it was Miami. Charlotte just able to put a good effort, especially after allowing a goal from a free kick. Now they have been able to tie the game. We'll see what the rest of the first half brings, but it's pretty interesting.
You just had a feeling that after Miami grabbed the first one, we weren't destined for a 1-0 final scoreline.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You know, but it's also about Miami not keeping possession, right? It's after the goal, but you have to give a lot of credit to Charlotte. They are a very good team. They're not going to panic after allowing a goal early on. They have been through this throughout the regular season. And so this is how you show the league, not only Miami, but you show the league that you're for real in 2021.
Headed clear by Craig, but only as far as Dave Velarde. Armin with sweet feet gets to the byline and wins the corner.
The attack is so dynamic right now from Charlotte. The goal comes from the right side, but honestly, they have been able to put pressure on Richard Ballard and Junior Palacios on the left side. The combinations have been good from Armin, especially. He's creating chances, putting crosses inside the box constantly.
Charlotte have been deadly with set pieces. They know how to make something happen from something like this. Palomino as Sparrow takes no chances. Palomino will try again, low ball in, cleared away by Williams, and it's back to the corner flag we go.
Yeah, and you know, mentally, this is a big moment for Miami. You know, after conceding a goal, especially with a couple of mistakes from the back, from the defenders, you know, you have to stay in the game mentally.
Into a crowded penalty area, Sparrow punches yet again. High boot. Will we see a card? JC Griggs is thinking about it.
Paco Craig making the argument, but no card.
Brant Bronico is spared this time around. Akinyode has options. Williams. Lubin. Held up by Walker, who goes down right at the edge of the penalty area. Miami knocking it around comfortably. Williams thought about it once. Cuts back to the outside. Walker lets it fly. It takes two deflections, and Miller is happy to fall on that.
Yeah, ball bouncing around. In the end, Miami able to take the shot and goal. But looking back to what we saw from the first 15 to 20 minutes of the match for Miami, that's what they need. We'll see if they can go back to having possession and just being able to win the 1v1 battles. That's something that they have been lacking so far in the last 10 minutes. Maybe get the ball a little bit more to Speedy Williams. He knows what to do in the middle of the field. He's getting plenty of room as well. It's just about finding the right combination in the middle, whether it's Junior Palacios or maybe Pierre da Silva moving back a little bit to get himself with a little bit of rhythm.
Safe to say this one might be a little far for Da Silva. He will put it into a dangerous area, though, and Miller plays center fielder.
That's a good call.
You never know. Scored from the corner. Scored tonight. Charlotte comfortably playing out of the back. De Velarde has had some problems, though, as Speedy Williams gets in there, and after the whistle, a little extracurricular. I don't need lip reading on that one. I heard you have to stop.
Well, that's not something. Listen, if you like that, enjoy it, because starting July 17th, you're not going to get that from FIU State.
Palacios has been booked. That is a darn good point. You know, for all of the unfortunate elements of not having fans in the stands for the last, call it 16 months,
Right.
we have heard so much on the field, where in the past, you really need to rely on a microphone of sorts that only the top levels of MLS and the NBA, among others, can find for you. We don't have that technology, but boy, have we had it over the last year.
Right, right. You know, I think we learned a lot, right? We learned a lot from coaches, from players, even from the referees, the communication that they usually have with the players within the game. But I'm ready for fans in the stands.
Firm but fair challenge by De Velarde. Credit Pope with that assist to Kelly, as Mike Jeffries, who I mentioned, loves this 18-year-old, and with good reason. He says that Pope, who came in at the start of preseason, has proved to be up to the speed of play. I think for the young players that are trying to work their way in, that's always the biggest obstacle in any sport. Can you match the speed of play? Pope has. Greg spears it towards the near side, finding Cristiano Francois. Francois working on Dean. Two bodies to aim at in the middle. Cross let him down. Palacios wins it right back, and perhaps a chance for more service into the box.
Well, you know, the thing with Miami is that they do have good options if you want to put the ball inside the box, with Chapman Page moving forward, Packer Craig already, Packer with a goal in the season out of a set-piece opportunity. So it's not about choice, especially towards the end of the first half. It would be huge for Miami to score again, just to regain that momentum.
De Silva again. Couldn't get past the first line of defense this time. These two teams have been very different as it relates to their scoring output this season. Not so much in terms of the number of goals, but the conversion rate has starkly contrasted one another. Charlotte have taken just 74 shots this season through what is 8 games for them entering tonight. That's the 6th fewest in the USL out of the 31 teams. Hope asking a lot of Palomino that time. However, their 24% conversion rate is the second best in the league, and that's why they've been able to stay in and win 5 of their 8 games this season. But on the other side, Miami, who have taken far more shots, have the 6th worst conversion rate in the early stages, and that speaks to what we were talking about, where last weekend, or I should say on Wednesday, 20 shots, 5 on target, no goals to show.
Listen, 20 shots, it's a very good number. You know, putting 20 shots, it's good, regardless of whether you have only 5 on goal. It's a good number. Now, you need to find that consistency inside the box, and that's the one thing that Paul Dalglish is working constantly to find that answer inside the box for Miami. We'll see if they're able to get it early on in the season.
Arman for Kelly, who just couldn't bring it under his spell at the last minute. A goal at the end of the half here could drastically alter both halftime talks. Fans, the USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud. Ballard working his way in. Now Williams. Back for Ballard. Taken away, though, by Roberts.
Has indicated there'll be 1 minute of added
We have
time.
1 minute of stoppage time.
Ladies and
De Silva
gentlemen,
wins the ball back
1 minute
cleanly.
in the first half.
If you want to join the Miami FC Youth Academy, visit miamifc.com/academy to register to the only academy in Miami connected to a professional team. Over the top it goes for Francois, who cushions it down nicely. One more chance to change the scoreline before the half. It's Ballard. It should be a goal kick, and it is.
Yeah, it is a very good effort defensively from De Villardi, just not giving up on the play. Initially, it appeared like Richard Ballard was winning that battle, just being able to recover last minute.
That is our halftime whistle. 1-1 our score, and so far we have had no shortage of entertaining moments, starting with Pierre De Silva's strike in the 18th minute. That made it 1-1. Dane Kelly, though, comes back in the 32nd, I should say, to make it 1-1. Then, that's our scoreline. We'll have all of the highlights for you down the road. We will take a look at halftime as well at both of these teams' weekday games. That when we come back on the Macron Halftime Report.
Once in a lifetime experience, really, honestly, and to really see how the quality that these players have, it's a blessing. I know from me and my teammates, we learned so much.
Man, it was an awesome day. I think it's a really good opportunity for our team to just see where we're at.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for them. It's definitely something that I wish I would have been able to do as a kid.
But we know that the level that we have to be at, these guys, they were stronger than us, faster than us, quicker than us, and we know that we can one day get to this level because this is a great learning experience for us.
They get to aspire to be that. And it also shows them that we're just regular players just like they are, you know? And, you know, we come from where they are.
halftime at FIU Soccer Stadium. A reminder that halftime is brought to you by Macron. Shop the new 2021 Miami FC Macron jersey collection at miamifc.com. Let's take a look at some highlights from the midweek action in the USL. We'll start with a great game between Austin and Colorado Springs. That's Fabian Garcia on the free kick for Austin to put the Bold up 1-0 just 3 minutes into the game. But this was a back-and-forth type of affair. The first of two penalties. Haji Berry buries that one into the bottom left corner to make it 1-1. There were plenty more goals to come in the first half. Ugo Okoli on the other side, same spot, same result. Okoli gives Austin the 2-1 lead heading into halftime, but then Berry would come back with another goal of his own. This is a beauty right here. 2-2. It's his league-leading 10th goal of the season. He's having an outstanding year for Colorado Springs. And you thought that that might be how it ended. Late in this one, 90th minute, and Colorado Springs steals it at the death. Dantuma Torre with the winner on the road. And now the top 6 teams in the Mountain Division separated by 6 points. And Jose, we jump to the 2 teams who are playing in this one. Let's start with Charlotte versus Charleston. This is the last game ever played at the Sportsplex at Matthews, and it went Charlotte's way. And of course, you knew Dane Kelly would score on this day.
Absolutely, a very good start for Charlotte, especially for Dane Kelly, continuing that momentum going on for the visiting side tonight. At that point, a very good start, but they had to work really hard to keep the advantage. Late in the match, 75th minute, from the spot, Marcelo Palomino with the second goal for Charlotte.
Yeah, how clinical is
Absolutely. And in added time, they were able to seal the deal with a great goal from Valentin Sabella. Quality touch here. A good ball as well from Kelly, holding on to the ball. His teammates right in front of him. The left-footed shot and the goal. And it's 3-0 for Charlotte. So a very good showing, carrying on the momentum. And, well, a different scenario for Miami. A midweek game, nationally televised, but it was Birmingham with the opportunity. Nico Brett with the finish late in the game, just unable to stop his Connor Sparrow. A very good game for Connor Sparrow overall, but just unable to get that final save to at least save a point for Miami.
And, of course, we wrap things up with OKC and Sporting Kansas City 2. You see there the initial penalty stop, but ultimately Oklahoma City gets the win. That's the difference. And it has been a wild week of USL Championship action. Games all over the place. And that will continue. We'll have a second half for you from FIU Soccer Stadium right here when we come back. But for now, halftime carries on.
I wasn't going to let anything get in my way of achieving my goals, which were to be a professional soccer player. So the first opportunity I got at preseason, when a teammate asked like if I was dating a girl or something, I just came out to a bunch of my teammates at dinner and said, no, I'm gay. All I needed to do was that one time, because then I didn't lie. Your sexuality should never limit you from playing the sport you love.
Brings it down to his chest. Jordan McCrary has tied it here. Takes a hard strike, saved by Romel Gomez.
But now, to move forward, to start running again, we have to change. We need to learn to be smarter and lighter, to reach each other in the distance. We will move, run, and ride. But we need to decide how. Because our choices can change everything. We are choosing a new era.
It is the Macron halftime report as we head into the break. 1-1. What a first half it was, and there's plenty of other things going on around the rest of the USL Championship. Let's take a look at our news and notes. Mr. Jose Rodriguez, El Paso has still yet to lose in 2021. That has not happened yet. 18 regular season matches. That's quite a while.
That's a wonderful run, and you know it's quality football that they have been playing as well. So well deserved for El Paso. A good time for Cameron Lancaster to start making an impact for Louisville. A quality player throughout the years for Louisville, and he gets the Player of the Week honors. And of course, USL Championship is back on ESPN, and what a battle it is going to be between San Diego Loyal and Sacramento Republic. This will happen on Saturday, July 3rd, and you can watch on ESPN2.
Yeah, that's a heck of a game. ESPN2 is your home for many USL games of the week, all July long. You've got San Diego, Sacramento, as mentioned. A nice new age matchup, a very colorful matchup between Oakland Roots and Las Vegas. And as we look at our standings once again in the Atlantic Division, you see what's at stake. These are not live standings, so you can add a point for Miami and a point for Charlotte. And remember that the top 4 teams in the Atlantic Division at the end of the season are the 4 that get to make the playoffs. So if you're Miami, you've already used up a couple of your games in hand around the other teams in that spot. Got a little bit more work to do.
Absolutely, especially if you look at Hartford with 6 games, Charleston 6 games. You know, obviously, if you're Hartford and you're Charleston, you have to win those games to, keep an advantage over Miami. But right now, it's all about Miami trying to get 3 points.
Pierre Da Silva scored a banger to make it 1-0. Dane Kelly answered to make it 1-1. First half highlights to show you how it happened when we come back.
This is a football city. From the grassroots to the turf. From the streets to the cleats. We are proud to represent this city. We are proud to represent Miami. We are proud to represent you. Your community, your club.
Jose, you're a big fan of those jerseys. I know you are, and why wouldn't you be? The color scheme, pretty darn nice. Let's take a look at some highlights, shall we? First half, Miami, Charlotte, and it was a hot start for Miami. They didn't score until the 18th, but they had a couple of early chances down the left side with Janos Lubin.
Yes, they were able to dominate possession early on, creating chances on the left side. And Janos, you know, he's usually a very good left back, especially moving forward, but this time just unable to connect inside the box. Another opportunity for Janos, a 1-2 combination with Lamar Walker, and again, plenty of time trying to put the ball in. This time, unable to finish is Cristiano Francois and Lamar Walker again. But they were creating chances, although it would be a set-piece opportunity, the moment that will change the game for Miami FC early on.
Now this is what led to the opportunity. Brandon Miller comes out, and then that handball right there as he misplays the clearance. He gets a yellow card for that. Some argued it should be red, and Pierre Da Silva does the rest. Little uncertainty about whether or not it went in, but ultimately it doesn't matter whose goal it is. It is 1-0.
Yes, of course. You know, Pierre Da Silva with the free kick, and Chapman Page just being able to confirm the goal for Miami. And right after that, towards the end of the first half, it was Pope recovering the ball, putting the ball in, Dane Kelly with the shot, and Connor Sparrow just unable to stop the ball. And that's 1-1.
You can see the cheeky grin on Dane Kelly's face. He knows that Sparrow probably had misplayed that one. He'd like to have a second bite at it. However, it's about as even as it gets. Both sides each had 2 shots on target. Both sides picked up a yellow card, although it was a fairly tempered first half from a card-giving perspective. I think both coaches would argue that they'd want more. Possession split right down the middle. And if you're both of these head coaches, Jose, Paul Dalglish, Mike Jeffries, what are you looking for in the second half?
Well, you know, for Paul Dalglish, it's all about, you know, regaining that momentum that they had early on with possession and creating chances. They have proven to themselves that they can compete against Charlotte. And for Charlotte, just, you know, trying to control the tempo of the game. When you're playing on the road, you have to defend with the ball. And you're going to have to look for that, especially in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the second half for the visiting side.
4 corners in that first half for Charlotte, none for Miami. That is a spot where they tend to excel when they get their corner opportunities. Miami in the orange and blue. Charlotte in their white and black kits. As we get underway in the second half, he's Jose Rodriguez, I'm Spencer Siegel, and we're happy to have you here at FIU Soccer Stadium for an Atlantic Division matchup that is currently in the balance. Mike Jeffries is a big fan of this group that has been created here in 2021 after Charlotte made a mad dash towards the finish last year in what was a 16-game regular season sprint. They finished the season really strong, started with no wins in their first 5 games, and then they finished the year with 5 wins, a loss, and a draw. Collected their first playoff appearance since 2017. And just this week got revenge against the team that knocked them out in the only playoff game ever to be played at the Sportsplex at Matthews. They beat Charleston 3-0 this week. It was a 2-1 loss in extra time last October. Palacios spears it towards the middle, chased down by Walker as the rain starts to fall. Have to be mindful of how the ball skids along the turf as it gets a little wetter.
Yeah, the rain could become a factor, although, you know, I think either team will be affected by it because they have quality players with the ball, and they have players that can adjust as well to a little bit faster conditions.
Lamar Walker, who dealt with a hamstring injury that kept him from being on the national team for World Cup qualifying. The Jamaican side would like to have him back for the Gold Cup. That is something to monitor for Miami. It's something that Paul Dalglish can't control. The team is back for about a month in full with Walker and Speedy Williams, Jashawn Anglin as well, all three of whom are on that Jamaican national squad. See if Walker or Da Silva choose to tee it up from this distance. Da Silva gets a practice kick. Palacios has to be careful. He's on a yellow already. This time in the rain. Da Silva will try it again. Kelly asked to chase. Dave Velarde gets to it. Arman. And Kelly in space in the middle, opts to go to his left. Out wide for Para. Bronico moves it along. Arman skates to the middle. Ball still alive in the box. It's deflected out of play for a goal kick. But for Miami, it's about a month of normalcy after World Cup qualifying, only to be followed by them losing their three Jamaican national team members once again. That is, of course, assuming that they are selected. But the Gold Cup officially begins on July 2nd. Now, Jamaica won't play their first game until the 12th. Very own Jose Rodriguez will be on the preliminary round duty.
I will be there. I will be there. And you know, looking forward to not only the Miami FC players, but all the USL talent that will be competing if they are selected. Right now, they are in the preliminary roster for several. I think the number is over 30 players from USL Championship. 38 players. So that's a very good number. So looking forward to the USL talent playing on the international competition. We'll see how it goes. A very interesting tournament, and of course for Miami FC, you know, a challenge as well, because you have to adjust immediately. The league won't stop play, so you know that gives an opportunity to several players that maybe are not getting minutes right now. Well, if those players are selected for their national teams, you're going to see them regularly on the field during the month of July.
Well, Jamaica's first game, as I mentioned, in the first round at the group stage is July 12th. They'll play at least 3 games between the 12th and the 20th. The Jamaican national team will. The Gold Cup final is August 1st. Semi-final, of course, just before that. So Miami has 4 games between July 11th and August 1st. That could be 4 more games without somebody like Speedy Williams in the middle. And again, it forces change. The optimist would say provides opportunity. All in the midst of trying to make a playoff run where this team will be fighting for one of those final 2 spots in the division.
Yeah, and listen, you maybe have to go even back to the July 2nd, July 7th game. You have to think about it if they are selected. I think the last day to submit the final roster, it will be June 31st. So, you know, it's hard to tell when exactly will these players have to report to national team duty. So either way, you know, it's challenging, but it's something good to see. I mean, Paul Grish was talking about it just a few days ago. You know, it's a challenge, but it's an honor as well to have a team selected to the national team.
Dane Kelly is tripped in the box, and J.C. Griggs points to the spot. Kelly has gone down, and Charlotte pick up their league-leading 7th penalty of the season. We hadn't talked about it yet in this game because it hadn't really become an issue yet, but Charlotte have 6 PKs this year. Kelly, who, that's not on the first one, it's right there on the tug of the jersey by Craig.
Right. I think it's a good call. It's a good call from the referee.
It's also slippery out there. Now the
Right.
question is who takes this, and it's Kelly. They have 6 penalties this season. They've converted 4 of them. Irvin Parra has missed 2, including earlier this week. But it's Kelly looking for his 93rd USL Championship goal. Dane Kelly scoots it wide, and Miami breathe life into this game.
A rare miss for Dane Kelly from the spot. Maybe losing concentration. Carlos Parra in front of him. Takes his time, waits for Kelly to make the decision, and in the end puts it wide. So this gains a little bit of momentum for Miami. They should be in trouble right now, but they're still in the game.
That's now 4 for 7 for Charlotte this season. No other team has been awarded more than 4. It does seem like every league, every year, there's that one team that just seems
Yes.
to get awarded more penalties. I think a lot of English Premier League fans would say that Manchester United is that team every year. But we're talking about the USL, and this year that's Charlotte.
Right, you know, it's not that easy, you know, taking on the responsibility of taking a penalty kick, and especially when you have in front of you an experienced goalkeeper like Carlos Parra. You know, it's hard to finish. There's no doubt about it.
Are you surprised that Marcelo Palomino didn't step up after what he did on Wednesday?
Well, absolutely, you know, but sometimes you train penalties within the week, and the coaching staff makes that decision. Of course, it's not the same in the practice field than during an official match. So I think Dane Kelly has proven over the years that he's able to take penalty kicks.
Right. Far be it from either of us to question who takes the penalty when it's the guy who's scored more goals in this league than anybody else. Just talking strictly about Palomino's execution last Wednesday, it could end up being that they have one too many good options to go with, and this time Kelly not able to convert.
Right, absolutely, yeah. I happen to agree with that. You know, Palomino, he will probably take another one. If they get another penalty kick tonight,
here comes Walker. Look out. He's got Roberts to beat. Lamar Walker all by himself. And it's a harmless goal kick in the end. Excellent effort from the Jamaican.
Yeah, good counter-attack opportunity. It all starts with Francois putting the ball in the middle of the field in between a couple of defenders. Is Lamar Walker able to move past them, or to the side actually, and then creating the space to take the shot, but unfortunately for Miami, it goes wide.
Just like that on the other end. Parra for Armin. He can tee it up from here. Flicked along for Pope. Blake Pope. Not a bad effort.
You know, talk about moving without the ball. Look at what Palomino does for Pope right there, just by moving to the side. Even a couple of defenders creating the attention on the right side of the field. This time Pope with a good effort, but just unable to put the shot on goal.
Bronico wins it back. Jake Arman, by the way, number 4 in white. He has 2 goals in his USL Championship career since 2019. He's played 4 years now with Charlotte. He has 4 goals in his career, but 1 goal this season, 1 goal last season, both coming against Miami. He loves to play against the blue and orange of the Miami FC. Here he is. Charlotte have been comfortable playing out of the back. Kelly gives chase. He gets there and he gets crunched.
Oh my goodness.
I do see yellow in the future of Miami FC. It is indeed. Yellow card for Callum Chapman-Page.
And it is the 3rd one of the match. Junior Palacios as well with a yellow for Miami. And Brendan Miller. Here's another look. Oof, yes, that's a yellow, no doubt about it.
Yellow card issued to Miami FC, numbered 4. At the 59th minute, yellow card for Callum Chapman-Page.
Nottingham native.
2 defensive-minded players with yellow cards for Miami, so they have to be careful.
Arman will send this one towards the back post. It's a good ball. Sparrow has to climb high for it and does. Friends and family in attendance cheering on the home side. It will be back to 100% capacity on July 17th. Miami's home game against the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You can head to MiamiFC.com for tickets. They went on sale on Wednesday. Williams gives it away. Palomino. Got his options taken away. Tried to pick out Parra. Fans' 4th of July weekend. It starts with a bang when the USL on ESPN continues Saturday, July 3rd. It's a Golden State clash when San Diego Loyal plays host to Sacramento Republic. Saturday, July 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Palacios. Flag stays down on Francois. Dean with his head up. Looking for Pope.
Miami just unable to capitalize on a mistake there from the Charlotte defenders. They did not move at the same time, and that's why Francois was onside. If that ball was pushed through by Junior Palacios, that would have created an opportunity in the counterattack for Francois, but in the end just unable to control the ball was the Haitian winger.
Oluwakinyode is fouled. Turned 27 not too long ago, native of Lagos, Nigeria, with Birmingham last year. Akinyode trying to provide a strong presence along with Palacios in that holding midfielder role. Over the top goes Walker. He brought it down initially.
What a touch it was. Oh, beautiful. You know, the technical ability from Lamar Walker, that was quality there.
Walker has been sprightly in this game. Haven't had any of the 10 available substitutions used yet through an hour of this game.
Well, and you know, I think the intensity is there, and sometimes coaches, when they see effort on the field, it's hard for them to make substitutions, even though, you know, after the pandemic, we have been getting used to 5 substitutions made every match. Right now, the intensity for both sides, it's very good.
Got to be a surprise considering all 22 players on the pitch started on Wednesday in their respective games.
Well, you know, that's something that you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff. They have these players ready to compete.
De Velarde. Parra gives it away. Now Walker. Looking for Francois.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ariel Martinez is getting ready, because you know, I think right now, if you're Miami, the intensity is there, but the quality is coming down slowly, and maybe you need the spark up top. Maybe bringing Pierre da Silva out and bringing Ariel Martinez, who's not only good with the ball, but he's good as well for his teammates. Just being able to create chances for them. Talking about Lamar Walker and maybe Francois as well.
De Silva turns. Dimick is brought down. Fans, if you're on the road and you can't watch the match, you can turn to SiriusXM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access show featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from the MLS, Premier League, and UEFA Champions League. SiriusXM FC, channel 157 on your SiriusXM radio and the SiriusXM app. Parra comes in, now with space in front of him. This time Palomino had Pope to his right. Instead, Marcelo Palomino's curling effort is wide. The opportunities have been there, and it looks to me, Jose, like the team with that extra added bit of quality is going to come away with a 2-1 win. A shot like this, certainly a good opportunity.
Yeah, another good effort there from Junior Palacios. He needs to stay in front of the ball and not try to predict what the movement of the opponent will be. If he stays in front of the ball, Palomino is not able to take that shot. Fortunately for Miami, it was wide, but you know, it's a wake-up call for Miami defensively. You cannot allow those type of mistakes, especially near the box, and to players like with the quality of Palomino, he's not going to miss if he gets another opportunity.
Akinyode tried to spring Walker. It clicked off the back of his heel. He recovers though, and it's Lamar Walker's turn. Back to him. And that was asking a lot.
Yeah, and you can tell how Pierre da Silva is just, you know, a little bit frustrated. Just unable to connect with his teammates to create chances for himself.
Is it possible that this is a chess match between the two coaches saying, I'm not making a sub until you do?
Well, listen, I think it's, well, there you go. I think Paulo Grisha answered the question for us all. Four players coming in the match for Miami. So that pretty much tells you the story. It's Paulo Grisha making the move. So it looks like it will be Billy Forbes coming on, Ariel Martinez, Othello Ba, and Adonijah Reed.
I see Reed, Othello Ba, Billy Forbes, and Ariel Martinez.
That will pretty much change the attacking part of the field for Miami. That tells you Paul Dalglish is looking for 3 points tonight, as he should, especially playing at home.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Right? I mean, well, listen, he's looking for fresh legs, and he brings experience as well, especially with Billy Forbes and Ariel Martinez.
Ballard drops it off. It's Lamar Walker, and it's right into Miller's comfortable hands.
Yeah, very well positioned, Brandon Miller. And an opportunity for Lamar Walker, maybe the last one for him in the match. We're going to have to wait and see, but here comes confirmation.
I think Ariel Martinez wanted the team to go quickly, but here come the substitutes.
Cristiano Francois coming out. And it will be Billy Forbes.
Billy Forbes for Francois, as you said. It's Martinez for Richard Ballard. Othello Ba for Janos Lube. And Reed for Da Silva.
Right, so...
Did you get all that?
Yeah, three attacking players coming on. And the one defensive substitution will be Ballard coming out. Talking about tactically how players will be positioned. Othello Ba, our right back, but very good moving forward. You know, of course, defensive-minded player, but just able to be a presence offensively for this team. Billy Forbes, we all know him, coming to the left side. And then Ariel Martinez will take Pierre Da Silva's spot inside the box.
Forbes is the one whistled for the foul. I think he's been hard done by, as Pope was doing just as much pulling as Forbes was.
And all the players coming on, Spence, they're gonna have to create some magic because they only have 20 minutes.
Coming on at number 10, Ariel
There's the foul.
Coming off, number 11, Richard Ballard. And coming on at number 21, Adonijah Reed. Coming off, number 98,
The four subs
Da
for
Silva.
Miami, injecting fresh
Also
legs
substitutions
into
at
the side.
70th minute.
Charlotte
Every
still
single
playing with
substitution happened
their
at the 70th minute.
original 11. Something that they were very comfortable doing last season. They had 52 unused substitutions last year, which was the 7th most in the USL. They should be expecting to bring some subs in shortly. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw someone who's turning into something of a super sub, Valentin Sabella. Williams with eyes for Reed, who scored the game-winning goal against Charlotte the last time these two teams met. Martinez keeps it moving for Williams. These two connecting well in the midfield. Ariel Martinez, too strong for Forbes. The 34-year-old Martinez, somebody that Paul Dalglish has said, of course he's one of my favorite players, but Benjamin Button is not a true story. That's what he said. 34 years old. He wants to play every minute of every game, but we cannot overuse him, and for the second week, or rather second game in a row, he's come on in the second half. When hits Martinez, Forbes picks it up. Roberts can't quite clear it. And Palacios will send it back into the mix. Othello Ba. Oh, look at Martinez's turn. Shrugs off Dane Kelly. Feeds the cutting Walker. Back for Martinez. Reed. Palacios. Corner.
Much better from Miami. Much, much better. You can already tell Ariel Martinez is on the field, and the ball movement is unbelievable. They created actually a couple of chances, but they decided not to take the shot on goal. Lamar Walker with the first one. Here's another one for Reed, just trying to open things up. And then Junior Palacios, who's now adjusting, moving to the right back position, just being able to create a chance out of the corner kick.
First corner of the second half, first corner of the game for Miami. Walker gave it away. Armin can't get to it though. We will see 2 Charlotte substitutions shortly. It will be Sabella, the Argentine. Kelly lets that one go. Blake Pope will be coming out of the game shortly as well. That one skimmed across.
Miami pretty much in control of the game right now. Dominating possession so far. Maybe this is the way
A couple substitutions for Charlotte Independence.
is going to try to match
number
that.
10, Valentin
Couple
Sabella.
substitutions.
Coming off number 8,
Sabella, like you
Marcelo
mentioned, coming out
Palomino.
with a South Florida
Coming on at
connection
number
for
23,
Sabella.
Jordan Bender.
Former Florida
Coming
Soccer
off
Soldiers
number
player.
35, Blake Pope.
We all remember
Both
that
substitutions happened in
magical
the
run
75th
from
minute.
Florida Soccer Soldiers a few years ago in US Open Cup, and that created an opportunity at the professional level for Sabella. The Argentinian midfielder.
Yeah, Palomino just couldn't get as involved in this one as I think he would have liked. Where do you see him at his best in terms of his position?
Well, he's a 10, no doubt about it. Sabella is, you know, a player good with the ball. He can create chances out of the counterattack, especially, you know, in games like tonight in which Charlotte, they haven't been able to dominate possession, and they most likely won't be able to regain the control that they had towards the end of the first half. So, you know, he's a good outlet, and he will create chances for the strikers. So he's a dangerous player and a player that Miami needs to keep an eye on.
Forbes tracks it down. Trying to make something of this. He's double teamed. Given away right back to Othello Ba. Ba slips in. Martinez! Who knows what to do with that? Miami FC back in front. And it's Benjamin Button himself.
That's why he's the captain. That's why he's the #1 player for the Miami FC fans. Look at the fight early on from Billy Forbes, not committing the foul, forcing the turnover. And then Othello Ba finding the right combination, taking its time, patience, finding Ariel Martinez with the finish. And what a goal it is for Miami FC this time. They take the lead now. It's time to close things out and get the 3 points at home.
Have they done enough? Have they gotten themselves to the finish line? They have 13 minutes and stoppage time to see this out. 3 losses in their last 4, no wins in that stretch. Their last win coming against this Charlotte side right here at FIU Soccer Stadium. in very similar fashion.
And Spence, if they're able to hold on to this result, this is, you know, not only in terms of the confidence for the team, but in terms of the standings, it will be a huge 3 points. So, you know, a lot on the table for Miami in the last 13 minutes of the match.
They have fresh bodies out there. Veteran bodies. Williams for Martinez. Now Billy Forbes, the Turks and Caicos man. Martinez commits the foul that time.
Tactical foul for Martinez, just preventing Charlotte from turning around quickly and creating a counter-attack opportunity. A bad giveaway from Billy Forbes, something that you do not expect from an experienced player.
Work to do now for Charlotte. They've used 2 of their 5 subs. If you're looking for attacking options off the bench, Tresor Mbuyu is still sitting on the bench. Here's the best attacking option that they have right now in Sabella, who knows how to score late dramatic goals. Had a screamer from outside the box in a 3-2 win against Hartford earlier this year. And another goal from outside the box on Wednesday. Ronico going forward. Bender. Sabella for Jordan Bender. That's a good ball. Bender gets to it. But Paco Craig there. Very calm. And now Miami looking to break. Reed with Walker making a run to his right. Adonijah Reed still going.
Good decision there from Reed. You know, he didn't have a clear shot on goal. So hold on to the ball. They have to learn how to manage the last 10 minutes of the match, and they have plenty of experience on the field. They don't have to be overly aggressive at the moment.
Plenty of space in the midfield for Miami. Walker dispossessed. Mara looks like he's got cinder blocks on his legs at the moment. Reed gets to it before Roberts. Williams can turn. Now Othello Ba, the Liberian. Gets it back from Forbes, and Ba puts it into an excellent area where Reed skies it. A little bit of a miss hit. But it has been the pace of Othello Ba that's created problems down the left side for Charlotte.
Absolutely. It's, you know, it's understanding the style of play for Ba as he comes in the match. You know, you know he's going to be aggressive. You know, you risk a little bit defensively, but he has the quality. And so far we have seen that. He has been able to create chances through the left, good combinations with Ariel Martinez, with Billy Forbes. And you know, it has proven that Miami needed that spark, especially in the last 15 minutes. So a very good call from Paulo Luis, bringing the players on. And so far they're getting the reward.
Robert Baggio-Cassiro will come in for Miami. That's the final substitution for them. He'll replace Callum Chapman Page, who Had a good game defensively. Might feel like he was hard done by that he didn't get awarded a goal in the first half, but for the team, he will take it. Puts in a solid shift. And in comes Kasira to try and add some midfield possession presence.
Yeah, most likely an adjustment defensively. We'll probably see. We're going to have to wait and see. We'll probably see Junior Palacios as a center back. And if that's the case, just tonight, talk about the value of Palacios for Miami FC. He started the game as a center midfielder, moved on to the right as a right back. Most likely will be playing as a center back to end the match.
And this is what we had expected. And Mbuyu for Dane Kelly, who has Charlotte's lone goal tonight.
A couple of substitutions for Charlotte Independence. Coming out on number 21.
It all starts with possession for Charlotte if they want to get back in the game
Number 4, Jake Airman.
and at least get a point.
Also coming on,
In
number
possession.
11, Trisha Mbuyu.
Noah Paravicini has checked in for Charlotte as well, number 21.
Both substitutions happen at the 84th minute.
Here's Sabella. He can hit him from here.
A good effort from Sabella. Just a little bit of room, but that's enough. That tells you about the quality of the Argentinian.
Paravicini ends Armin's night, just for housekeeping purposes. There are very few subs left in this game now. In fact, just one for Charlotte, and Miami have used all 5.
And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they used only 2 windows, right? 4 in the first one and 1 in the second one.
That was Miami.
Yeah, so
and
very decisive was Paul Dalglish.
you have to wonder, too, it's interesting that Miami uses 4 subs at once, mostly offensive-oriented. Martinez, Forbes, Reed, they get the goal, and now that offensively-minded substitute package needs to close out this game with defense.
Right. Yeah, well, you know, you needed to take that risk, right? Especially at that moment where Miami FC, they had lost a little bit of intensity, and it was a good call in the end.
Flicked on, and it's Sparrow who is thankful that it came to him softly.
You know, creating chances out of throwing. The ball bounces around.
It's Jordan Bender who had the opportunity but did not make clean contact. There's still time for Charlotte. The time is running out. Kasira keeps it in the corner. Martinez can run. He spots Forbes, who then tried to feed the cutting Walker, and his cross was cut out. But a good idea, and Miami are looking dangerous on the counterattack. That ball stayed in play.
Yeah, waiting for the call was Billy Forbes and pretty much gave up on the play.
Charlotte have won 3 of their last 4 games since that Miami loss. Miami have lost 3 of their last 4 games since these 2 teams last met. Heads up play by Ba. The sideline is his friend. Miami have done just about everything. This is the finishing touch.
Yeah, they have to step up a little bit. They're giving just way too much room for Charlotte to work with.
Paravicini drags it into the corner. Given away again, Sabella. Valentin Sabella has it on his left, fires, and Sparrow is there to save the game.
What a save from Connor Sparrow. The team needs him the most. Sabella moving past 3 defenders, taking the shot. It wasn't goal. What a save that is.
That may have been the chance, but it's a corner for Charlotte. 2 hands raised high by Bronico. Into the middle it goes. Roberts can't get to it. Reed will send it the other way. Here comes Miami. Reed with Billy Forbes. It's all out of Nigel Reed. Reed dumps it off. Martinez scuffed it.
What a miss for Miami FC, the opportunity to secure 3 points. And it's Ariel Martinez just unable to finish. Here's a chance for Charlotte.
Back the other way we go. Paravicini's shot is blocked. There's a man down. I believe it's Junior Palacios, although he's now back to his feet. Ender lobs it in, and it's a harmless goal kick in the end.
And if you're Miami, you have to slow things down. You're moments away from the end of the match. You don't have to be back and forth. You just have to hold on to the ball.
A win would pull Miami up to 13 points and have them at the moment level with Hartford, who are trailing the Rowdies 1-0. Level with Hartford for that 4th and final playoff spot. I know it's early, but the top 4 out of 8 make the playoffs in the Atlantic Division. Over the top it goes, and Sparrow comes off of his line. We've got 3 added minutes.
The 4th official has indicated 3 more minutes will
Dimmick.
be played in the game. A minimum of 3 more minutes will be played in the second half.
Here comes Miami the other way, and Reed is through. Can Adonijah Reed finish off the game? He's brought down, but not illegally. And remember, fans, if you want to join the Miami FC Youth Academy, visit miamifc.com/academy to register to the only academy in Miami connected to a professional team. Another opportunity for Charlotte, but the flag goes up.
Yeah, good
Much
call.
to the delight of Connor Sparrow and the rest of Miami.
Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good call. It's an offside. But boy, Miami.
What has this second half not had?
Listen, I mean, Miami, a couple chances to pretty much close out the game. Unable to do so, but they are still holding on to the lead. 2 more minutes left.
It is a zigzag schedule for Miami moving forward, because they've got Red Bulls 2 next, but then they're home to the Rowdies before going to Loudoun, and then back for the return of fans on July 17th against the Rowdies again. Right now, all they're focused on is June 26th. 90 seconds to finish off 90 minutes. Here they come again. Forbes has oodles of space, and he will go right to the corner, you would imagine. Or maybe not. That's not their way. Forbes will win the corner, and that's how they'll do it.
Now they go to the corner. And maybe hold on to the ball a little bit there.
Meanwhile, Charlotte have one more tough road test to face the day before the 4th of July. It's next Saturday at Pittsburgh at Highmark Stadium before 3 consecutive home games. July the 7th, 10th, and 17th. at their brand new American Legion Memorial Stadium. They're thrilled about it, a downtown location. Regardless of the result from tonight and next weekend, they have a brand new home. Martinez will get a yellow for time wasting as we tick towards the 3 added minutes. On a night that's meant so much to Miami, a week that the community have yearned for something positive. They get that positive result tonight. All 3 points and a win for Miami for the 2nd time this season against Charlotte.
And after a disappointing result midweek, Miami FC is able to respond in what a way. Getting the 3 points against a very good Charlotte Independent side. These are 3 points that boost the momentum moving forward for Miami FC. They're looking to turn things around, and Ariel Martinez will be the man of the match, Spence.
Absolutely. The Hellbiz man of the match is the game-winning goal scorer. That seems to make the most sense to me. Martinez scores for Miami for the first time in his USL Championship Miami FC career. Hadn't scored since last August when he did so for Tulsa. And now provides the winning goal at 34 years young. The Cuban gets it done. And Miami get the win. Well deserved, you would say, when it all comes to a head tonight. For Charlotte, it keeps them at 15 points, which will provide separation between them, the Rowdies, and Pittsburgh. We've got full-time highlights when we come back. Your final score, it's a 2-1 Miami FC win. What a game this was for Ariel Martinez. Look at that, the family in attendance, and look at the jerseys they've got. Yeah, get them on the pitch. Oh no, that's you can't. No, you can't do that. All right, let's take a look at the highlights from Dad and everybody else. It started early and it was a positive Miami start. Ball over the top from Janos Lubik. Brandon Miller misplays it. Lamar Walker going for goal. Miller's handball sets up the free kick that would lead to the goal.
Absolutely, and what a take it was from Pierre da Silva. In the end, with the curler.
He gets credit, I think rightly so, as we've looked back on it a couple of times. Ball seemed to cross over the line off of his strike rather than Callum Chapman-Page, but Dane Kelly would answer. This was the first opportunity that Sparrow had to shun aside, not the only one that he had to save tonight.
Right, absolutely. Connor Sparrow, again, a very good game regardless of what we're going to see in just a few seconds, because it was Pope recovering the ball out of the right side. gets inside the box, puts the ball in, and it's Dane Kelly with the shot. Connor Sparrow just unable to save the goal, and it's 1-1 at that time.
That's the one that Sparrow wants to have back, but you give up one like that, and you need to come up with a few saves that redeem yourself. And although he didn't come up with the save here, Dane Kelly, who goes down in the box, gets the penalty awarded, takes the penalty himself, and he boots it wide. The 7th penalty kick this season for Charlotte, most in the USL, but they've only converted 4.
And just unable to finish that time in a key moment in the match, because just a few minutes later, it was Miami putting pressure, Otello Barry covering the ball, finding Ariel Martinez inside. The finish, it looks easy, but it isn't. But the magic of Ariel Martinez, the Cuban international, was able to finish with the left-footed shot. And that's it. It's a 2-1 win for the home side.
Yeah, you didn't see the excellent save from Sparrow right at the end of the game. Valentin Sabella in the 89th minute had the opportunity, and we need some fresh legs out on the pitch at this point. So this is a good way to do it. I like that. Go ahead, get your way down there. We thank you for joining us tonight. That'll do it for us from Ricardo Silva Stadium. For our producer, Claudia Cotto, our director, Joe Hernandez, our replay operator, Miguel Manila, and Jenny Norena. I'm Spencer Siegel. He's Jose Rodriguez. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.